together today again to make another video recipe. This week's recipe is going to be pork chops, pizzaiola style. So to make that you need 2, 3, 4 pork chops depending on how many people are eating. Try to keep them not too thick so that you will be sure that they will be cooked throughout. About a third of a cup of red white wine, a 14-ounce can of Italian peeled San Marzano tomatoes and their juice, and about a cup of strained tomatoes. This will give enough liquid for the meat to cook. 2 tablespoons of Italian black olive spread. You can substitute this with about a quarter cup of Italian dried black olives. 2, 3 anchovy fillets, depending on how you like them. You can also use anchovy paste. A couple garlic cloves, roughly chopped, and about maybe a half a teaspoon of dried oregano. You will need a little bit of olive oil to coat your pan on the bottom, just so that nothing will stick. Going to move everything by the stove, and we'll get together in about a couple minutes. So we're here now. First thing I warmed up the olive oil in the skillet, actually a saucepan, and we're going to saute garlic and anchovies together until anchovies are pretty much melted and garlic has started going golden. Then we'll add the tomatoes, stir in the olives, add the wine, and about a minute or so later we're gonna add the meat. Once we have the meat in, we lower the heat to medium, and then we'll cover with a lid and cook for about 10 minutes, then flip the meat and cook for another 5-10 minutes. This should bring us through the safety of the cooking time. So we'll start. Okay, so here we go with the garlic and the anchovy. And we were sauteing our anchovies and garlic. Now I don't mind some bits and pieces of anchovies. If you do, you might want to use actually some anchovy paste that dissolves better and won't do the sputtering that the whole anchovies do. So we are adding our tomatoes. Again, it's a 14-ounce can of Italian whole peeled San Marzano tomatoes that I have chopped up, and a can of Italian strained tomatoes. So both of these are with no salt added, so right before you add the meat you might want to taste if they are okay with salt. Remember, you have olive spread and anchovies that are quite salty. So here we go with our 2 tablespoons of black olive spread that we are going to stir in, and now if you don't like olives too much, either use 1 tablespoon or use a green olive spread, which is not as strong as the black ones. Then oregano. And high heat so it starts bubbling. And Now that it starts boiling, we're adding the wine. Stir nicely. Now some people prefer to pan sear the meat. I like to cook the meat into the sauce so that it really absorbs the flavor. And here we go. Nice olive flavor that comes out of here. Okay. As soon as the sauce starts boiling, we will bring the heat down to medium, cover with a lid and cook for about 10 minutes. Then I'll turn the meat and keep cooking for another 5-10 minutes. Again, as long as it's not too thick, otherwise you have to, if the meat is too thick, you have to adjust the cooking time accordingly. I would say that we can lower to medium and cover with a lid. If you will have too much sauce, you can always use that sauce to toss pasta with, and you can add Italian capers packed in salt and rinsed to add some more flavor to the sauce. So we'll get together when the meat is cooked, so about 15 to 20 minutes. And we're done. So I'm going to switch off, bring it over here. It really smells a lot like olives. And here we are. A little bit of sauce. And we will try and check if our meat is cooked. So I'm going to need a knife and a fork. So this is our pork chop. And it is perfectly cooked. So this is going to be dinner for tonight, and we hope you'll enjoy and give it a try. So here it is, and see you next time.